guys, welcome back on the channel. Today's video is going to be a very quick video in our workshop series on Blood and Crowns rules, and we're going to talk about the crossbow and specifically the heavy crossbow. I'm doing this because we did the longbow, the power bow in the first workshop, and it's good to compare. So what we have here, we have a unit of 6 heavy crossbowmen, French heavy crossbowmen. They can be 3 to 6 miniatures. They have a heavy crossbow, they're trained, and you can see all their attributes in the unit card that is on your screen. Now, the special rules that are specifically important to us, I'm not using pavices as you can see as options, is penetrating shot, reload 2, and defensive reaction. Defensive reaction we don't have here because we are considering that this will be the French activation. So let's say that the French draw a card, and this card is the King of Hearts. If we go to the precedence table and we see the King of Hearts for trained units gives 2 actions. So the French have 2 actions. So let's see what they're going to do. Now, as per the rules, the French long crossbows cannot shoot twice per activation, not like the longbows that can push themselves and do it. So they can shoot only once. So what are these 2 actions? What I'm going to do? The first thing I would probably do is try to bring the crossbowman closer so I can be within 4 inches and not get any negative modifiers in shooting. So they are 7. I can move them around 4 inches as it is in my the movement rate, and they will be 3 inches from their opponent. They will be approximately here. So the first action I would do is I will move the crossbowman within 4 inches so they can have a better chance of scoring hits against the English. So we use now 1 action already, moving the crossbowman close. Now obviously the second action would be for me to shoot. You can see the actions at the top of your table on the right at the coat of arms of the French. So we have now 0 actions. We use this for shooting. Now we have 1 die for every miniature. That means 6 dice. Now the distance is within 4 inches because that's why we moved, and we are, yes, within 4 inches, less than 4. And if we go to the shooting table, we'll see that there is no negative modifier. That was my aim, not to have negative modifiers. So the French have no negative modifiers. As you can see from the unit table, it's a straight D10, and I hit, the French hit with a 6. So we have 6 dice. Let's roll and see what the French will do. They hit with a 6. We said they don't have any negative modifiers due to the distance. And we have a 7. Very good. Oh, very good roll. 7, 8, and 9, another 6, and only 1 failure. So we have 3 and 2, 5 possible hits against the English men-at-arms. These are English men-at-arms. These are foot men-at-arms, not veteran, foot men-at-arms. So now we're all for the defense of the English. You see how many hits were successful. The English, because they have full harness, full plate armor, they have the defense 1 rule. The defense 1 rule means basically that you get an extra die to defend your hits, your possible hits. So now that the English have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, they can roll 6 dice in order to be able to have a chance to save more. This gives them a chance because of the quality of armor. So the English need to save with as their men-at-arms with a +6. But the French, when the French crossbowmen are within 8 inches, they have the penetrating shot ability. That means that they add a +1 penalty to the target unit shoot save. So now the English would have required a 6 to save the hits. Now they need a 7. So that's a quite more difficult number. The extra dice is kept. The powerful one, the defense 1 of the English is not negated. But the English now, instead of rolling 6, they need to roll a 7. So let's see. So roll a 3 and a 2 and another 3. So they save 1 here. Here they roll the 1. So 4 hits, but because the extra die from defense 1 is 9, they save another hit. So basically 3 hits. So that was good. Instead of 3 hits, it's a better result. So the English have 3 hits, and let's go and see in the let's put the casualty marker. So we have the casualty marker that I will put beside the English, and they have 3 hits, so I will put dice of 3, so I don't have too many casualty markers, and the English have 3 hits. Now the English have to roll for resolve. Their resolve is 6, so they need to roll 1 die for every hit, and the resolve die. They all have to be above 6 and above in order for them not to get any fatigue. So the English will roll, and let's see what they will do. And they roll a 10 and a 6, and they fail 2. They roll 2 5s. Now I could have used the favor to roll this, because if it's a critical situation, I may need to roll again, but I will not. So the English get 2 fatigue points. 2 fatigue points, and this would mean that in the, now you can see the fatigue, effect of fatigue. 2 fatigue points means, as you can see, -1 starting action in their next activation. So let's give 2 fatigue points to the English. This is a very beautiful fatigue. We put it here, let's put it on the side against the English, and let me put 2. So 2 fatigue points against the English and 3 casualties. Quite a devastating attack. Now let's go to the French crossbowmen and see, we haven't finished yet. Now the French crossbowmen, we saw they have the reload X special rule. This means what? That unit gains reload markers. They have the reload 2, so they gain 2 reload markers after performing a ranged attack. In order for a unit to perform a ranged attack again, let's put the reload markers. So with some ammunition this is the one we use. So we put the 2 ammunition markers. I'll put them as 2 reload markers. So in order for the crossbowman to shoot again, they have to use actions to remove the reload markers. If they remove 1, they shoot with half their strength. If they remove both, for example, they have a card that gives them 3 actions, they can remove both, and with a 3rd action they can shoot. Now let's draw a card and see. Let's say it's an activation for the French crossbowmen again, and we draw a card and we have a 6 of diamonds. If you see the table, the 6 of diamonds gives 2 actions to the active unit. So what I would do, I would not use both actions, obviously, to remove the reload markers, because then I wouldn't be able to shoot. But what I will do, I will use 1 action to remove 1 reload marker, and my other action would be to shoot. Having 1 reload marker remaining would have meant that the French now will shoot with half their strength, and that means 3 miniatures, 3 dice. But the penetrating shot is still valid. The English will defend with a +1 negative modifier against their defense die from shooting. So this is very quick how crossbow rules, heavy crossbow rules work. I mean, crossbow rules are similar. I want to do it because we just did the longbow and powerbow rules, so you can compare. My next video will be this brilliant charge attack rule, the charging of the mounted knights, the heavy cavalry rules, and depending on your target, what will be the reaction and which units can fight back and cannot. This will be a little bit longer and I think a little bit more interesting for you. But currently this is the crossbow rule. Very interesting, very historically accurate. It shows the difference between a crossbow and a longbow, why crossbowmen were really in trouble, why they were in trouble against the English longbowman, where the English longbowman could shoot, 10 arrows per minute or 12 if they were good, and the French, until they were reload, the crossbows were mostly routed or they were in trouble. Again, though, it shows the power of the crossbow, because when the crossbow managed to get close to their opponents, it was very strong and it was devastating. So the rules, I think, depict the era historically accurately. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you the next one. Bye-bye.